What's going on, guys? How's it going? It's good to see you again. Been quite a while since we've had a video. I've had a lot of changes here since COVID hit. I changed careers, so I'm working a lot more, which is good and bad, but it is what it is. I do a lot of traveling now, all over the East Coast, and I'm gone pretty much every day of the week. It can be rough at times, but you do what you got to do. After this virus hit, like, the whole world just seemed to change, and it's unfortunate, but everybody has to make decisions as to what's best for their family, so I had to make a decision. Anyway, bringing you some information here on changing a tire on the 2016 F-150, and a little background here. My grandmother recently passed away, and the night before her funeral was a Friday night. I was coming home from work, and as soon as I got off the interstate, I got the low tire pressure warning for 25 pounds of air in my tire, and they run about 35 is what's normal. So I rolled down the window and I could hear a hiss, and I was like, okay, I'm 7 miles from home. We'll just see how much air holds. I don't want to be driving on the rim. So we'll just do our best to get home. And I was fortunate enough to make it home with about 13 pounds of air on the tire pressure monitoring system. So I know that I wasn't driving on the rim per se. So I wasn't too concerned about that. Parked in the driveway and had to hurry up and try to get this tire changed, knowing that the next day was my grandmother's funeral. So let's get into the video and let's do this. All right, so the first thing, right, you get a flat tire, what do you got to do? You got to get the spare tire down from underneath the truck. You got to get your jack, and you got to get your wrench, okay? So let's show you where all this stuff is. Passenger side. Right here's the little loop, sticks out the side of the seat. Pull this, and your seat lowers, the seat back. Back here is where your jack is, and this is over here. This is the toolkit. This will be strapped on top of the jack, and I just have it off because I still have my spare on at the moment. So you want to make sure that you grab this little fabric bag here, and then this foam piece comes right off. And then the jack is actually sitting on two studs that are bolted on the floor. So all you do is slide your jack, lift it up, and get it out. Now, your jacking lift points are the leaf spring mounts, where the leaf spring mounts to the axle. That's where you'll put your jack and lift from. So in the tool bag here, it's a pretty nice little kit, all kinds of Velcro and all right, so you have all of these pieces are going to be in here. You see there's 3 different stitch lines. These 3 rods are going to be inside of this, but again, I have it all taken apart because of what I had to do. And this here is obviously your lug wrench. So you get this out. All right, now what we need to do is get access to our spare tire. All right, so we're back here at the rear bumper, and this is the lock to get to your spare tire. Flip the cap down. There's a little bit of grease on there to prevent the lock from rusting. Insert your key, quarter turn clockwise, pull straight out. Okay, to get your key back out, you do have to lock it again. What I do is set this upright so I know the way that it goes. All right, so you got your tools. And these are the rods that you want to use. Now, the part that I struggled with is finding out which end you're supposed to insert into the winch to lower your spare tire. In the owner's manual it says small end. Well, to me this is the small end. It's smaller than the other end. However, you want to use this end. You want to use the ends with the flared end, okay? So you put these pieces together. It's really easy. You just push down, little pin holds it together, okay? In theory, you are to connect all three of these together. For demonstration purposes, we're just going to keep it at 2. You're going to go through the hole, and it's hard to see, but you're going to go at a little bit of an angle, okay? And you're going to kind of go up. There's only one way it can go in there, and I think I missed it. Yes. What there is there's like a funnel inside where the winch is, okay? So when you get down on the ground, you'll be able to look in here and see it. You insert that in through the funnel, which is basically what it is. I mean, it's kind of what it looks like. So once you insert it, you'll feel it lock in. I missed it. Anyway, so when it locks in, okay, it doesn't actually lock in like you need to release it, but this piece will fit around like a, I don't know, it's basically gonna be one of these on the inside, and all you're doing is taking this and putting it like that. You're gonna turn counterclockwise to lower your spare tire. Okay, you're gonna see it come down, and you can loosen this. I mean, you can go down really far, because what you need to do is drag your spare tire out. So you drop the spare tire, you keep going so you have enough slack. You pull the spare tire to the back here underneath your hitch, and then I guess it's like a bracket on the bottom of the cable. You just give it a little slack, you turn it sideways, and it pops right out through the center of the wheel. Really easy. I mean, the hardest part is figuring out, for me, was figuring out which end of these to use, making sure that I got it in the right spot, and then getting it down. But that's not even the worst part of it. The worst part is the lug wrench. So you have your spare tire down. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna have dirt. It's gonna have grime, and some surface rust too. That's normal, not a big deal. So once I got the spare tire off, I raised that the cable that holds the spare tire. I raised that up again because I threw my flat tire in the bed. So I raised that up, and then you can go ahead and put your lock mechanism back in place. So remember, you got to turn it half or quarter turn clockwise. It only goes in one way. Put it in, quarter turn counterclockwise, close it up, and it's locked.